Dolphins are one game away from finishing the 2017 season with a losing record, failing to back up last year's playoff appearance with another winning season. Miami dealt with a myriad of issues this year. From injuries to hurricanes to more injuries to no bye week, this season was all over the place for the Dolphins, and the 2017 season results reflect that. Everything started with Ryan Tannehill's knee injury, the one he sustained in December, then listened to every doctor recommendation that he rehab the sprained ACL with rest rather than surgery. That same ACL finally completed the tear at the start of training camp, leading to season-ending surgery. Miami's season was essentially on a downward spiral from the moment Tannehill fell without contact in practice. Miami Herald writer Armando Salguero wrote on Tuesday that Dolphins head coach Adam Gase is headed down the same path as former Dolphins head coach Tony Sparano. He pointed to the two coaches having winning seasons in their first year with the team, Sparano taking over after a 1-15 season in 2007 to then win the AFC East at 11-5 in 2008, while Gase took over a 6-10 team from 2015 to reach 10-6 and a wildcard berth in 2016. Both coaches then saw losing records their second season, with Sparano going 7-9 in 2009, and Gase either ending this year 6-10 or 7-9. Both teams also lost their starting quarterback, Sparano seeing Chad Pennington injured 3 games into the 2009 campaign, while Gase lost Tannehill this year. Salguero writes, "I believe Sparano was a solid football coach save for one major flaw. He never got himself a good quarterback he could use for years and years." He continues, "I see Adam Gase's Dolphins career arc starting to resemble that of Tony Sparano. I'm not saying history is about to repeat, but the threat is definitely evident to me." He later writes, "Looking back at the 2008 season, the Dolphins were that good in 2008 because of the Wildcat, yes, but because quarterback Chad Pennington played like an NFL MVP, and this just into Miami Herald headquarters, MVP quarterback play will get you a winning record and into the playoffs." He turns to Gase, writing, "Fast forward to 2016, Gase came to South Florida young and brash and full of confidence. And then he promptly lost 4 of his first 5 games. His first team was sucking wind early in the year just like Sparano's did." He then points to the changes for the Miami offense, with Jay Ajayi breaking out, Tannehill becoming a good game manager rather than a player on whose shoulders the offense rested, the defense improving, a last-place schedule. Salguero then turned back to the comparison between the two coaches, but here's the bigger issue, and I tell you it is franchise-defining and will determine whether Gase goes on to become a successful NFL head coach or is back as someone's offensive coordinator in a couple of years. Tony Sparano came off the 2009 season bruised by not battered. He still had a reservoir of goodwill with the fan base on which to draw, but he misspent that goodwill. He went into his 3rd season believing in a quarterback that didn't merit the confidence, Chad Hen. Salguero adds, and that is what Gase has been doing with quarterbacks and is going to continue doing for the foreseeable future with Tannehill unless he wakes the heck up from his current stupor. Gase, you see, trusted last off-season that Tannehill would be back to 100% this season. Though the Dolphins didn't go get a quarterback in the draft, they stuck with Tannehill, coming off an ACL injury he didn't have surgery to repair, and they stuck with 33-year-old Matt Moore as the backup." Salguero continues, turning to Tannehill, and again, this is not casting aspersion on Tannehill. He is way, way better than Hen. But he is also now way, way less durable than Hen. Tannehill has had consecutive ACL tears in the same knee a mere 9 months apart. You folks that wave that off as if it's an inconvenience simply have no idea how serious that is. You fans love the repeating team, so repeat this: 2 ACL tears in the same knee in 9 months. He concludes his article, explaining, or Gase can be wiser, he can think about getting himself quarterback insurance in the next draft. He can start considering his and his franchise's future by looking to that draft for a good quarterback that will be so talented he can play fairly quickly if needed. That would change things. It would stop the repeating. It would give Gase and the Dolphins a chance to succeed even if Plan A, Tannehill, fails, or Gase can keep following the Tony Sparano career arc. Except, Adam Gase is not Tony Sparano. No matter how much Salguero wants you to see parallels, these Dolphins are not on the same path as Sparano's Dolphins. Sure, things could take a turn for the worst and everything falls apart. That can happen to any team, except the New England Patriots, apparently. Except, Adam Gase did not rely on a gimmick like the Wildcat to get into the playoffs. He relied on his quarterback, his running back, and his offense. He has not stood pat on what worked last year, trading Ajayi this year because he felt the team would get better without their 2016 leading rusher, and Kenyon Drake has turned out to be capable of carrying the load as a top running back. Yes, he lost his quarterback just like Sparano. The difference? Sparano came to Miami looking for a quarterback, drafting Chad Henne and having Chad Pennington fall into his lap unexpectedly. Gase came to Miami knowing Tannehill was in place and choosing to come coach him. The Dolphins have the quarterback Gase wanted. He is not trying to get himself a quarterback he can use for years and years. Gase believes he is his quarterback. He saw the improvement that Tannehill could have when, in 2016, the offense started to get onto the same page, and that game manager label Salguero throws at Tannehill like it is a bad adjective came about as the team started to click. Remember, Tannehill was second in the league in 2016 in deep throw accuracy, according to the Deep Ball Project. They wrote then, despite suffering from some receiver drops, Tannehill's accuracy and placement were astonishingly good. We're talking throws that rival the ones Aaron Rodgers makes on a daily basis. Tannehill also led the league in 2016 with a touchdown on 17% of his passes that traveled 16 yards or more in the air, as the Palm Beach Post's Joshua wrote back in May. PNFI Ray Snap Reeds wrote in August, instead of having perfect deep throws dropped or lost in the air, Tannehill's ability to throw receivers open with precision and velocity deep downfield was reaping actual rewards. Stills caught deep shots against the Patriots, Browns, Bengals, Bills, Chargers, 49ers and Cardinals. On a few of those plays Tannehill showed off his ability to not only complete the ball deep downfield but to make throws that few quarterbacks can make. Sam Bradford was the best deep passer in the NFL last year. Pre-snap Reed's quarterback catalog charting revealed that Bradford was accurate on 65.85% of his passes that traveled further than 20 yards past the line of scrimmage. Andrew Luck was second at 62.50%. Tannehill was third at 55.56%. He was far behind Bradford and Luck but roughly 15% over the league average. Without Tannehill in the lineup, the vertical element of the Dolphins' passing game will disappear. Finding a quarterback who can push the ball downfield is difficult. Finding one who can do it in suboptimal conditions the way